Welcome on Cargo Dynasty TV, and today we want to look and evaluate on the war of Ukraine. And the big question is, why did God allow Russia to go and destroy a country in Western Europe like Ukraine? And one of the most interesting things is, especially for us who are Christians, is to observe why Russia. Why was Russia chosen by God to go and fight Ukraine? And we want to look at several scenarios. One scenario is that when you look at both Ukraine and Russia, they have always been intertwined. Ukraine is a baby of Russia. Russia and Ukraine have always been tied together. And when you look back at when the policies of being intertwined between Ukraine and Russia were reversed during the Orange Revolution, that is when there was an animosity between Russia and Ukraine, which was primarily driven by Western powers. But more so, it is notable and important to note the point at which Russia chose to invade Ukraine. And we notice that at the point in time when Russia decided to invade Ukraine is when they had a Jewish president who at some point was a comedian. And when we read in the Bible, we understand that when you don't follow certain precepts in the Bible, God is able to punish you. So we can clearly say that Russia was used of God to punish Ukraine for certain things. Which are these things? When you look at countries in Western Europe and their Western allies, including the United States, they have over time been rigorizing things that are documented in the scriptures as one of those things that God hates most. And that thing is why God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. And that is the issue of homosexuality. Why we are encouraged to tolerate people who are homosexuality and so to show them that they should live that way without targeting them, to show them with love why they should choose heterosexual love. In the Bible, God allows that, but only to a certain extent. That's why we have seen that in the Bible, He rained fire and hails of fire and brimstone from heaven to Sodom and Gomorrah, simply because of the sin of homosexuality. And why Russia? It is notable to note that the official name of Russia is Christian Russia. And that is why you find President Putin is an Orthodox Catholic. That is why when Russia was invading, or I can rephrase, when Christian Russia was invading Ukraine, the bishops of the Orthodox Church in Moscow gave a blessing to President Putin. That means that God was in play. So it is very noteworthy to note that Russia was used as a rod to go and chastise Ukraine, which was a baby of Russia, because they chose homosexuality. That is why you have found that even during the COVID-19, countries in Western Europe and countries that have regularized these issues of homosexuality, or as they call them, LGBTQ, they have tended to be punished more than those countries who do not embrace the same, mostly those in Africa. And we have seen that over time, civilizations, including the Roman civilization and the ancient Egyptian civilization, were overthrown simply because of this issue of homosexuality. So it is very important to note that Ukraine was legitimately punished by God for the simple reason that they embraced homosexuality. So as soon as they stop embracing homosexuality, the war in Ukraine will come to an end. It is also noteworthy to note that this war in Ukraine has also affected other countries, and that is because this issue of homosexuality is a big sin to God, and God hates homosexuality. That is why we have seen that as a result of the issue of homosexuality, God used Russia to punish Ukraine, and by extension so many other countries in the world have suffered, so that they can point to this thing of homosexuality. This is Cargo Dynasty. Continue tuning in, and we shall have more conversation on these issues. Be blessed.